Greetings, everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of Custom Cap Collectors. We have four of our regular and Sir Brian, or the designer, got his first clink in the shop, is joining us today. So we're very happy to have him with us. But before we jump in, we'll do the usual. I'll start with Glenn. So we'll go around. What you wearing, Glenn?
Today I went with Catstronaut, a Milosh classic. Can't go wrong with Milosh. This is one of my all-time favorites, being a cat dad of 5.
Woo! That is not one I own, but I would like to add to my collection.
That's a really good hat.
It is.
We'll go counterclockwise. Jesse, what's on your noggin today?
So I've got 45s, and yeah, it's if you are into records, this was a get, and I just love the combination.
For any digital kids that are watching, explain what that object is.
So if you have all my records are full size records, but like if you have the 45s, they have a big hole at the center, and you have to have an adapter when you put it on the turntable. But there's a name for that spokey thing on the turntable, on the platter, and
That would be the spindle.
the spindle. Thank you. And I feel like I'm out of depth. I feel like Paco's the music guy. He should be talking about this. I'm here for body parts to explain, but I think
One of these days, we're going to have the crime scene investigator with Jesse or something, where she like does the autopsy. Or
yeah. For the record, I'm a biology professor. That's my thing. I know bodies a lot, but like live ones, not necessarily.
I literally found out last night after hockey. One of my teammates, his spouse was there, and she's like, "Well, I'm an investigator for the prosecutor's office. So before we go to trial, my job is to make sure everything is ready to go before we go in the courtroom." And I was like, "Oh, so you do crime scene?" She goes, "Well, no, I more make sure all the reports are lined up." She goes, I don't go out to the scene of the crime." But she's like, I was like, interesting. And what are you wearing below your hat? So why don't you show your you got one of the
My Clink t-shirt,
very nice.
They did that they did 2 drops, I think. They did a pre-order. It was done as a pre-order during one of their live shows, so I jumped on that. And yeah, it's from New Era, and it's got this like acid wash on it, and it's really soft, and I was glad I got it. I don't know when I'm going to wear it because I kind of like, I don't want to spoil it.
Does it fit true to size, or a little big, little small?
It's a little roomy. It's a little roomy.
Good to know.
Compared to like, there's a lot of t-shirts that are like super tight or whatever. I think some companies like Bella Canvas, tight. And this one's on the looser side.
All right, let's go up. Paco, what you got?
In the famous words of the late Biz Marquis, I got 45 stacked up to the ceiling. So we went with the 45s. Jesse and I did not plan this at all whatsoever. Dead serious. So, quick visual lesson for you all. Kids, this is what a 45 looks like.
See, this is who should be talking about this.
This is the adapter.
Nice.
That goes through it. And if you follow me, this is where it goes. Right there on the spindle. And I don't have any records at all. None. Forget what you see. I don't have it. I don't have a single one.
Those things are heavy too.
Quick story, when I got divorced, I gave my entire record collection away except for 5 crates because I didn't want to move it again.
I've heard horror stories of people have a huge record collection and it actually like broke the floor, like buckled under the weight of it.
I had makeshift 7x7, 7 feet wide, 7 feet tall. And one night I heard them all collapse straight down. We were on the no, I was actually on the first floor. My second floor were reinforced with cinder blocks. So, yeah, they're heavy.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to two of the designers are with us tonight. So Sound Waves and the other Matt, Bushel of Awesome. So thanks for hanging out with us. And we have a guest cat, not our normal cat.
Usually the orange.
Yeah,
Another member of the feline family that's down at the Coco Mansion. With who's this one?
This is Madeline, aka Maddie, aka Maddie Caddy.
All right. Maddie got curious enough to come on camera. All right. Let's go, Brian. What you got on?
Yeah, this is my very first clink.
Astronomicals.
The Astronomicals. Buddy of mine just randomly sent me the Clink Room page on Instagram one day, like, hey, these are cool hats. And, at the time it was a little bit more affordable to buy a hat. And so we were like, oh, I'll get that. And I got him one that he was eyeing for a birthday present. So we've just been kind of, looking in from the outside for a while ever since then. And now I'm hooked.
All right.
I love the embroidery on Astronomicals.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
That's a top tier one.
I have that one and the sort of female version where the space woman's like she's out there. I think both of those would look great in a fresh colorway. I mean, I'd like to see. I already own them both, so I'm not. Sometimes I feel like people pick a hat for a fresh colorway because they don't have the OG one, and they're like, "Hey, if we make another one, I can get a shot at it." But like, I already have one of each. But I just think that they're beautiful designs. It'd be fun to see them in a different set of colors. So. Yeah. And for myself, this is my hat of the day. So we got a little bit of snow here on my side of the Atlanta metro area. And so moon boots, growing up in the Midwest, practically every kid had these. So, you'd go out, and if you're not familiar, they're like, an inch and a half, maybe, 2 inches thick. They're very lightweight though, but kind of resemble like something like, astronaut would wear, and you just slip your socks in there. You take them out of your shoes, slip your socks in. You go out to the bus, and you'd have to carry your shoes, so when you got to school you could swap them out. But very, very common. I don't even know if they still make moon boots anymore. I live in the South.
They do.
They do?
Yes,
okay.
They do. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Foam, nylon, and rubber.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these days, I don't know, maybe kids are wearing Uggs or something. Like, I don't know. I don't pretend to know anything about
Uggs are so last year.
Are they? Oh. All right.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I had no idea what the hell moon boots were, and like I didn't understand that design at all. Like I even like I had to when it was a little more fresher, I had to text Matt and ask him, like, what is up with that? Like, I don't understand the point of this moon boots design.
And what is it that we call you?
You tell me.
The Southern Belle.
Yeah.
God.
All right. Well, let's jump in, and we're going to change up a little bit. So first, we're going to introduce our guests, and then we're going to jump in to talk some crits, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit more with our guest Brian about his work in design and his work, doing some clink. So he's got his first. I believe this is your first hat. Is that correct? Okay. Snowwood Fun, which I was very happy made the shop, and I've pre-ordered it, so very much looking forward to it. I like the winter theme stuff, and there's just something incredibly fun about that beaver's having a great old time. Well, let's jump in and do the crit splits here. And this was a week where a lot of people in our group here saw a lot of hats that they liked, and it was interesting. When I make the slides, each panelist gets to pick out some stuff. So grilled fish, which is co-designed by our very own Glenn, and Glenn never picks his own hat. He's had a hat in the crits, and neither time has he picked it, but everybody else picked it. and I will be honest, like, I didn't just pick it because it's Glenn, because I plan to pre-order this. So what's the good word, Glenn? What do you got to say about this?
Cheers to me and Sierra getting a contract today.
Hey,
Congrats.
hey.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You want to say anything about the process?
As always, it's always just exciting to have your concept obviously created and brought to life, but like it's exciting to have another artist that's like excited about your concept, and ultimately they're the one putting in the time to make the artwork. So it means a lot. As a concept guy, it means a lot to for the artist to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Receptive.
Receptive, but I can't think of the word I'm trying to come up with. Yeah. Invested. It's exciting when the artist gets invested about your idea and takes the time to create it, goes over it with you. What do you think? How do you feel about this? Do you want to do this? He did several renditions of it that we went through. Put in some work changing colors. There was an iteration where we didn't see eye to eye on the coloration of the fish. But he worked with me. And this is what we eventually settled on. Not so much settled, but you know what I'm saying. We were both
Agreed.
happy with it, and this was the finished result. Yeah, it was super exciting. Sierra's an awesome artist. All props to him. And yeah, good day today.
Nice.
My biggest comment is that I know Casey is not wild about metallics, but those teeth had better be metallic threads. That's all I
Yeah,
have to say.
I hope so too. Or they got some kind of shine to them of some sort.
Other comments, other panelists, what did you like about this?
Even like the stars, from a distance, it gives it that shine, even though it's not, necessarily metallic. But the detail is great. I'm big on dad puns, so I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious!" And why didn't I think of that? It's always those like, "Dang," but that's good.
It's just a fantastic design, honestly. It's clean. It reminds me of Clink.
It feels old school, like
Mhm.
years 1 through 3. There's a lot of more sort of cartoony type of designs that would make the shop. It feels that kind of cartoon vibe style.
And kudos to Sierra, because he was the one that decided to go the cartoony route. My original envision was more of a realistic type of route. But right off the rip, he was like he sketched it out really fast. And he was like, I decided to go cartoony with it, and I loved it. So we rolled with it.
It reminds me of Fairly Odd Parents for some reason.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, I see it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
the
can see
eyes.
that.
It's
Oh,
the
it's
makeup.
great. It's great. I'm grabbing it.
Right
Okay.
on. It's also exciting when other collectors are excited about it too. Thanks, guys.
I have to say, first off, congratulations on getting this in, because this week was one of the best weeks I've seen in quite some time.
I know, and that's why I was worried about it too. There was so many good ones.
Yeah, I was. I'm spacing on who had 4 in the who had 4 in the crit system.
Rob
Smid.
Smid.
Rob
Yep.
Smid, yeah.
Yeah, I commented in Buy Sell Trade. I'm like, it's not a favor to the artist to put 4 in all at once. Like, it's just that's tough because, I mean, there's a certain voter who wants a style, and if like I'm a huge Sierra fan. I own a lot of Sierra hats. I own a lot of Seamus hats, and so, but if you put like 4 Sierras or 4 Seamus in a week, you're just splitting up. Maybe not even the fans might not vote for all 4 of them. So it's just a tough spot. So hopefully it didn't hit him. So that leads into Rob. So Brian and Paco, you both of you wanted to talk about Clink and Kong. Who wants to go? Well, let's get Brian in. Brian, what's your thoughts? What'd you like about this one?
Yeah. I think I've seen this one out on Instagram before, and then in the group, and then I was like, oh, that's great. And it just didn't even dawn into me till today. Looking at it, I was like, oh shit, that's like Calvin and Hobbes. Like, oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, I hope that makes it. I wasn't too fond of the green background, but just the concept overall was just perfect.
Paco, what got you about this one?
It's going to be a shame because this one's probably not going to go to shop, but this is so well done.
Mhm.
I'm a very big Rob Smid fan, just because you get to see his whole entire process, especially when he does these lives like at random
Yeah.
times. Like, hey, I'm just drawing here. I thought, and this art style I thought was great. I don't like the crown color. I do like the black with the pink. Is that pink underneath? Or salmon?
Yeah.
Something. I don't necessarily like the olive green. And I could probably do without the really definitive speed lines
Mm.
in it. Maybe trim those down a little bit. But man, I really like what Rob's putting out.
Mhm.
All you're going to hear from me is Rob Smid glazing tonight. That's it.
This was a try another colorway vote for me. Like, I like the line work, but I would not buy purple and this shade of green together. Like, color is very important to me as a collector, and these colors to me just do not play well. And I would love to see this with a more fun crown color. To me, like that shade of green feels very serious, and this needs like baby blue or a yellow or just a brighter color. That's just my thoughts on it. But so hopefully he submits.
Yeah, Paco was right about basically everything he just said with the colorway, the speed lines. I agree. It's a great design. I agree 100% with you. I hope he does a 2.0.
All right. Any other comments before we advance? Hearing none, I will click forward. All right. Again, this was picked by lots of people. So there are some commonalities where there were some hats that almost everybody liked. League Night, the bowling themed, and this is I believe that Glenn confirmed this is. Did we confirm this is going to shop? Adam, I think, confirmed it's going to shop.
Yeah, Adam did.
It's going to shop.
So this is likely to be a pre-order for Matt. I love that kind of like mid-century modern bowling shtick of the look of it. The colors aren't necessarily my favorite, but they're very true to that art form. So what do people think?
Loved it. Honestly, is that maroon is that a neon UV or is that a mint UV?
I would say it's aqua personally.
Well, that's very much on the green side. It's a little brighter than the clear mint, so I think it might be neon. I'm not sure though. And we may see, like, when it comes up on Friday, we may see a little shift in those colors.
Oh, 100%. I already anticipate that.
That never happens.
It's going to be a gray UV watch. I'm calling it. It's going to be maroon brim, gray UV. But I like mint on hats. I like that green.
Yeah.
So this appeals to me. I am not a huge bowl. I'm buying it. It's going to be an expensive week for me.
I've been waiting. He's had so many outstanding bowling designs. Like, I would have bought any one of them. I don't know that I would have bought all of them, but any one of them that had made it, I would have definitely bought. And this one, it's a great design. And I like the colors, but if they shift, I still love the design. Been waiting for a bowling hat. We need a bowling hat. This is going to be so much fun.
His bowling hats have been knockouts, and yeah, I would have bought I would have bought any of them before this one as well, and I'm still shocked that none of them went to shop because they were great. Um, think about this: the colorway on this one. I'm not to try to insult the hat or whatever. The colorway's a little off-putting in a way, but think about this. Think about the colors of bowling shoes and how like crazy bowling shoe colors are. This would almost totally go with like just about any pair of bowling shoes that you would rent at the bowling alley.
And growing up in the Great Lakes region, it's cloudy, 5 out of 7 days a week, and the winters, especially once you get past New Year's, feel long. But you go to the bowling alley, and if you're old enough, you have a few beers, and if you're young, you hang out with your friends. Like it's very much a upper Midwest kind of thing. And a buddy of mine that I play hockey with down here, we were talking once about how, I don't know, in the South, it doesn't feel like bowling is quite the same thing as it is up in the Great Lakes region. And he was like, he's like, dude, I have my own monogrammed bowling bag to carry my bowling ball to the, he goes, oh yeah, like youth bowling league. He's like, oh, that was a thing. Well, this was a big hit with our panelists. We've got Glenn and Paco also liked Painter Kong Revised. Talk about this one.
I missed the first Painter Kong, and I had a chance to get it, and I'm just like, I don't know. I really liked this one, and again, it's a shame that it's not going to go. I just liked the cityscape with this. The only drawback that I could see is it might be a little too busy, but to me, it looks fine. Like the line work is great. I think it's going to embroider just fine. It's a shame it only finished at 30%, but I mean, when you're competing against yourself and you got 4 in crits.
Yeah. I'm always like probably like 98% of the time I'm all in on a blue and pink colorway. I just love those two colors together. It's a great logo. This was my favorite Rob Smith of the day out of the 4 for me personally. It's a cool logo. I like how he does the Kong his own style, and it's different from any other Kong or anybody's Kong. You can look at it and tell that's a Smith. Yeah, I voted for this one. Definitely. But I haven't really reached out to Rob, so I don't know what.
I just asked him. I'm reaching out to him now.
Oh, okay. Well, update us when you find out.
I'll see if you got any in.
All right.
So,
and if anybody's watching, if you are VIP, so the drop just went live, and so you can get this one, which literally just arrived at my house today. I bought this off of another buy sell trade member who decided they were going to part with it, and I have to say that this is one I passed on, but I don't know if you can quite see it, but the depth, this is definitely one of those with the kind of 3D stitching depth. The amount of rise from the base of the hat up until the edge, the roof is I don't know, it looks like at least 1/8 of an inch to me. But I'm not much of a golfer. Putt a little bit. I putt terribly, but when I do, I at least try to have fun. So that's one that's up, and then the Saint. I don't know how it's pronounced. Onofre is also up. So if you're not a VIP, they'll be up tomorrow.
And 3 sizes. I just bought the last 8. 3 sizes are sold out on Green's Rage already.
I think it's definitely going to go down as one of the that turned out a lot better than I thought hats of 2026. Sometimes you get that jump from the mock-up to the finished product, and you're just like, this last year in 2025, Pandemonium was the one for me. I mean, it wasn't even really on my pre-order radar, and when I saw the finished product, I was like, oh, I need that.
You mean Panderos?
Panderos, yes, I do.
Yeah.
So, Brian, as an artist, when you look at Painter Kong, do you have any revised? Would you, if Rob messaged you and be like, hey, what should I do to tweak this? Would you have any thoughts?
I don't know. You know what strikes me is I liked his style as well. It when I look at that face, it almost reminds me of like some classic Ninja Turtle comic books because I used to read those a lot back in the day. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. The only thing I would say is maybe I'm not a huge fan of like circle designs. Like if it could get it out of the circle and have the cityscape kind of as the background, and then you wouldn't need all that. I don't know, something along those lines. Maybe, and I get why he did it to try and encompass everything, but that's my only thing. Or do a darker crown because it's quite a bit of blue to contrast from like the crown and the hoodie. I don't know. That's nitpicky, but that's just.
I own Painter Kong, and you can tell what Painter Kong is from 8 feet out. You would have no chance of knowing what you're looking at unless you're really close. And for me as a hat wearer, this is something that I care about, and not everybody does. So, this is one that I would not pre-order this as is. But I like the idea of breaking it out of the circle and having like a wall and then the character. I think that would give it a much cleaner silhouette. To me, this is very muddled from any kind of
fourth wall.
Yeah, break the fourth wall. I'm also not crazy about the color combinations, but really it's the silhouette is the biggest thing that holds me back from this one. And I bought the first one, so it's not like I hate the topic or anything. But all right, let's go to the next one. And so we got Brian, Glenn, and Paco Pirate Me. Take it away. What'd you like? I'll be back. You guys talk.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Give you a topic.
The Roman Empire was neither Roman nor an empire.
Neither pie nor rat. Discuss.
Oh man, I just think it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I don't have really much to say about it. Hopefully, like, I don't know if all the dots are going to embroider all the buttons or whatever. It might be a scaling issue as well. I'm not sure if the rat face is also going to embroider well. But
yeah,
I love the design. I love the idea.
Yeah, it pops, when you look at it. Great colorway, great just little tongue-in-cheek pun. But I mean, it just the action. It's so much action just in one take. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, like you said, some of that detail might get lost, but still simple. With the few color choices that they made.
I freaking love this one. I'm sorry. I was just texting Josh to find out. He said it's going to be in the queue for a future week.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
it is a good design. It's not one of my picks, but I love it. It's great.
I love it too. I love the cheese. I love the cheese on the sword. I like all the little details about it. The ugly, angry rat, the peg leg, the hook, all the cheese, even the ship in the background. It's great. I love it. It's a must buy for me. Cool. Welcome back.
All right, so I didn't know this was going to be dead stop dropping, so I ran downstairs to grab
the California boobies.
Oh, is that what you see? Apparently, this is a famous landmark in Southern California. I generally like landscapes. That was one thing when I was on with Leon, and he was like, "Oh, landscapes," and I'm like, "I buy those." So I've never seen the giant boobies, but maybe someday, like if you drive through South Carolina, you get the water tower. That's the giant peach. And then the other one we were just talking about. So Painter Kong 1.0.
Nice.
Again, silhouette. Love the silhouette on this. Right, if you're 5 feet out, you can see the word clink. You can see most of the word clink, but you can see the very strong shape. And the Kong's got the painter brush in his bottom appendage. So it's a fun.
Limb? Can we call it a limb?
Well, appendage also is a valid descriptor, I think.
Rob said comic is in.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, yay!
Well,
So,
that was
and if
very popular with our group. So.
Because it's freaking original. It's badass original. We've seen this take from other people, but
The execution.
not this execution and not this, and there were some suspect possible nefariousness, whatever.
Yeah, this is a great design. The colors are just very classic. Like this is comic, it's dramatic, it's punchy. It's such a good design. Oh, we have a little one. Got a little one.
Hello.
Hey, can somebody send Rob Smith the live or the thing to watch? The link.
Yeah, yes. Give me a second. Or Glenn, if you want to do it. It's on the buy sell trade page.
I've got it. I can do it real quick.
Or if you just type in go to YouTube and type in Custom Cap Collectors Live.
I'll let him know.
But he'll want to go back to the beginning and hear all the positive things we said about the other ones.
Yeah, Comic Con is awesome. I was excited to hear that they got a contract for that one. I was texting Zach earlier, like, did you guys get one? Like, he had 3 up today, so I was like, did you get any contracts, any queues? What's the deal? So he told me definitely Comic Con got in. But yeah, like Paco said, it's super original. I grew up a comic book kid. Anytime we went to the grocery store, I was always, I'll meet back up with you, Mom. I'm gonna go look at the magazines and comics.
I was the kid that my sister would get her. We had chores around the house, and we got a modest allowance if we did our chores. And she would spend hers on candy, and I was like, "No, candy goes away, but comic books are forever." So
that's good.
I like how he left it open with Volume 1 to make it a series, possibly, and leave him room for that down the road. It's pretty smart.
Yep.
My only concern is, will they shrink it to fit on the hat, which I think they probably will. And what's going to happen with some of those finer details? Wow. But, sometimes Clink blows me away, and I'm thinking there's no way that's going to shrink down and look good. And it does. Like, what was it? Not the couch potatoes, but the Monday morning quarterback one. I didn't think the lines of those couch would turn out, and they did.
Armchair quarterback. Yeah,
yep.
I actually wore that one today.
Yep. And now it's in my collection. I did not pre-order it because I was worried, and it came out good. So knock on wood, they'll make it work. So the Casey magic. Yeah, it got 46% of the vote. I'd actually be shocked if this didn't go to the shop. I mean, usually if you get over 40%, you're probably going to the shop. And this one was a kind of a no-doubter, very popular. So
yeah, it was high up all day.
Yep. Any other comments? All right.
Did anybody send Rob the link?
I did.
Okay.
All right, we're out of the Paco zone, so if Paco needs to go put someone to bed, he's free.
All right. I might just jump on. There's a couple others that I wanted to.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not saying you have to leave. I'm just saying, like, we got through the ones you nominated.
Get the hell out, Paco.
Yeah, no, Paco, you're done.
Yeah.
You're cut.
You're
in restaurant terminology, you're cut.
You're 80.
With
Maybe
Terry
somebody
just turning
with more
into a
clout
pumpkin.
should message Rob. I don't know that I have enough clout.
Brian, what'd you like about rock hoppers?
I thought it was just fun. Because I mean, I'm a nature nut too, and I understand the pun behind it, but yeah, I thought it was just hilarious and really well done overall, I think. So yeah, that's why it just stood out a lot for me. And you don't see too many penguins. And I just like, obviously with my hat, I like doing a lot of animals, anthropomorphic animals. So I think it stood out for me in that way.
And Jesse, what'd you like?
It's fun. It's cute. The rock hopper penguins kind of had a little moment in current events this past fall. But like it's an unusual species and not one you see often. And the pun is fantastic. So I think it's a great design. I don't know. I think somebody said it didn't go through
It's a
earlier.
shame.
It's a darn shame. This is fun. I hope they rework it in some way that maybe this should be reworked. This should be resubmitted. I want to see this one.
I mean, they're not that far from the 40% threshold, which seems to be the magic number. So, I mean, I'd like to see a little more contrast between the figure and the crown. I think the charcoal gray is not helping there, but we'll see.
Can I give a hot take real quick?
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of sick and tired of stuff like this, like not voting well or not making it to the shop because everybody's been spoiled by bastardized AI versions of stuff. And oh, we make it look realistic and this and that. No, you suck all the fun out of it. Mr. Smid has joined the chat.
All right.
So, and it's like I have really relegated myself. Like, if you have any AI strikes, quote unquote, or I have to question if you drew it, I'm not buying it at all. I'm not voting for it. I'm not buying it. Like, show your work. And that's kind of where I am with this whole thing. So it's like when I see rock hoppers and I'm like, that is such a great design. I voted yes for most of this stuff today, but no, I'm freaking done with it. Like, show your work.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest complaint about AI stuff is that it's not as good. I mean,
No.
like I want original pieces of art on my head. That's what I'm paying $55 for. And if it's just, if you type in a prompt and even if you customize the prompt, I mean, I get a lot of targeted Facebook ads that have t-shirt companies and I buy a lot of t-shirts. But I don't want a t-shirt that looks like every other, so everything's hyper smoothed out. And, like, that's just, I'm not interested in that. So if I'm going to drop 55 on a hat, I want something that looks like it looks original for one thing. Most of the AI stuff isn't terribly original. So, but
there is that. To me, it's almost like a patina. Like there's just that. Like it's a little too uniform, a little too perfect. The lines are way too clean, and it's jarring. Like the cleanness is jarring to me. There's something off. I have the same reaction. Like I used to teach anatomy online and I'd have these assignments where students had to do things with photographs and like if students followed my instructions, they would do it fine, but there's this learning curve with how to deal with photos. And like I'd have these students with like these weirdly stretched out photos and it's like, so that's wrong. And I'd get seasick. I swear I had this like seasick feeling. And I'm like, it's like, hey, let's learn. Come talk to me. Let's fix this. And you got to learn the right shapes. And like, I feel like there's this, like, it's that same, like, there's that, like the lines are wrong, even if they're like when they're perfect, they're wrong in this way. And I'm not sure that I know for a fact I do not have the visual intelligence to like spot it, but when I see it and I know it, it's definitely like that. What's that Supreme Court thing of like, I don't know how to
obscenity.
describe but I know
Obscenity,
it when I see it.
pornography. I know it when I see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Justice Douglas. Yeah, I know it when I see it. Well, to quote that very, very famous movie, we created a perfect civilization for you, but you were unhappy because everyone was well fed, like taken care of, and you guys needed your imperfection, the Matrix. And I picked. Hey, I'll get the. Let me make the chat visible again. So, didn't make
Oh,
it.
it didn't make it. Oh, well.
I'm assuming he's talking about the prior
Drawing
one?
board.
Drawing board. Okay. So I would encourage him to resubmit. So Casey already has a sticker that has a pinup girl on a pencil.
She's a
So
little more dressed, I will
Sophie
say.
the
She has
Scribbler.
clothing.
okay, maybe a little more modest, a little more
A
chaste.
little more modest and just some different details.
Well, I mean, leave it to the gay guy in the show to pick the pinup girl. I don't know what that says. I did not pick her for her features in that sense, but I just like the reference. That's that kind of World War II, 1950s bombshell figurine, kind of classic, a touch of Marilyn Monroe thrown in there. And to me, that's someone who likes history and sort of likes graphic art and stuff like that. I like that. And it's something we haven't seen on a hat. And I'm, thank goodness there's been fewer skulls lately because I am so tired of skulls. So this was fun. Like, I'm not even
Your
into
plea has been heard, Matthew.
Yes.
yeah, barely. I'm not even into chicks, but I love this hat. Like, it's a reference, that kind of style art. To me, it has a sense of humor, a sense of fun about it, and I would buy this. So
I think
thanks,
I
Rob.
voted different colorway for this one.
And this is where we've got the artists in the audience. So give it another shot, Rob. Please
Yeah.
don't give up on this. You had multiple submissions, which always makes it tough to get things through. So give it another whirl, tweak with some colors, give her a little less leg for Jesse. You might get Jesse's vote then, but
I like the fact that she's riding a short pencil and it makes me feel
Pencil is
adequate.
pretty awesome. Don't design for me. I am not your audience. These other individuals are your audience.
Paco, that's a good size pencil, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
it's girthy. It's girthy. What can we say? So
And look at Matt voting for the pinup girl, buying the California booby hat.
yeah. There's probably I need some Freudian analysis. Probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
if Matt starts breaking out with hated it, I'm just gonna fall out laughing. Like,
Guilty.
I didn't. So let me ask Jesse: can you imagine a version of a pinup girl that you would want to wear, or is it just like, not for you?
I mean, that baseball one, if we're calling her pin, I don't think she's pinup though. She's got clothes. She's
Okay, fair.
covered. She's modestly dressed. And while she's flirty, it's not, I wouldn't call it pinup. No, I don't think so. But don't design for me because it's just not my thing.
Well, but I'm asking just because I'm asking a curiosity. I know that you represent a different kind of.
I don't represent all the.
You don't represent all women?
I mean, I do contain multitudes, but
what did Shaka say? I'm every woman,
right?
All right. Well, I'm just asking for you, this buyer. So there isn't a version of this that you would be excited about.
I don't see how it would make sense on my head.
Got it.
Like
okay.
like what outfit, what mood, what feelings am I putting out to the world with a pinup girl on my hat? Like it's I don't see it. This is not the vibe, Matthew.
Fair. No, that's I'm asking not because I'm trying to push you, but I'm just curious to know if there was a version of it. But no, the answer is no.
I can't think of one.
Okay.
And no disrespect at all. Like
it's just not for you, and
it is not for me, and that is I don't want every hat to be for me. I'm trying to keep money in the bank.
I would say aren't we all, but the answer is clearly no on this panel because
obviously not. Like,
all right, well let's.
I already placed a 6 hat order at the beginning of this show while we were.
Jeez.
That's 2 months
Yeah.
with the hats now. That's 2 months.
Yeah, I screwed up.
For the viewers, you don't know, but my New Year's resolution was to only place 3 hat pre-order per month, and it's on February 1st. I placed February's order. So like, can I make it another 27 days, without placing a pre-order? And even then I cheated because there were 4 hats in the pre-order. So
What's that site, Kalshi, that you can bet on anything? Because I'm betting the under on that.
so in our chat, some of the people were saying, like, Matt's trying to judiciousness. We're trying to like model, follow that. And then Glenn's just like, he's just threw his hands up today and was like,
Leroy Jenkins.
I'm going for the double month. Ka-ching.
Yeah, I screwed up.
So go ahead.
Oh my, no, nothing. Y'all are, this is hilarious.
So Adam could not join us today, but he did want to nominate some hats. And it's funny because a lot of weeks, Aaron also nominated some hats. Aaron and I tend to often select the same hats, but this week it was Adam and I think we had 3 or 4 in common. So Adam's not here. And I know based on
I picked that one too, Gangster of Love.
Too? I'm sorry, I missed there
No,
were a
you're
lot
good.
There were some adventures when I was making the slides, and I'm like, oh, I deleted that. I need to put everyone's name on it. So that's probably what happened. So then why don't you jump in? What'd you like about Gangster of Love?
This was didn't Seamus have like 2 or 3 today? Yeah, he had 3.
Oh.
Well, there's 2 right here on the slide, so yes.
Yeah, he also had Abyss.
The tentacle one that did terrible in the voting. I like it, has potential, but I think it needs some improvements. But
yeah, that was Abyss. Yeah, Gangster of Love was my favorite Seamus of the day. I really liked this one. I like the character. I like the colorway. I love the pinstripes. I love the gangster suit and hat on this character. It's just perfect, and it's a great seasonal hat as well. I mean, you can wear it year round, but especially as we're approaching Valentine's Day, it's a perfect hat for that. I really like this one. I would definitely would buy. Matt, do you know if you got a contract for it?
I did not reach out and ask. I assumed at 32% and 35% that neither of these got contracts, but I have not asked.
Okay, just curious. I know you
That's
guys chat.
Because both of these are great designs. Gangster of Love especially.
Yeah.
Like I really dig that. I'm not a big cherubim fan at all.
Yeah.
I think this is a great hat. I think it's well done. The only thing that Brandon said Ninja will go in future, so it means it's in queue.
Yay!
Oh, cool.
So that's Seamus is Rusty's brother-in-law, so he would know. Gangster Love, going back to that, it's so good. I don't know what I would change with it. The only thing I might change the black with the pinstripes to maybe navy and pinstripes or something else. Even if you did white with black pinstripes with outline,
it needs some pink in it.
You need some pink in it, like. But other than that, and maybe then keep the brim black pink UV.
I'm wondering if the pinstripes aren't just holding some voters off. Like, I like the pinstripes. I just bought Jailbirds with the pinstripes, but I'm wondering if he took the pinstripes off, if it would vote just a little bit better. And he said 32%. If you get up to 40, probably get in the shop.
Contrast stitching, maybe.
Ooh, contrast stripping on the UV. I do think this was an absolutely adorable hat, and it would do very well in Chicago.
Yes.
I think it's very, very cute and funny and punny, and everybody's gonna know what you're wearing. Like, they're gonna get the pun, they're gonna see the hat, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody else hear the Steve Miller Band saying, "You can call me Maurice, you
Yes.
can call me the gangster"? Because like I saw the name and I'm like, I heard the music in my head, and I get the reference to Al Capone. So it's both. It's a callback to American history and the gangsters and prohibition and the rise of like organized crime. And then there's also like this like 70s, 80s still Steve Miller classic rock song that I heard as a kid driving around in my car with the windows down. So like to me, this was like there's a lot of like nostalgia stuff, and then the art itself was fun. So
Put it right next to Kurt Player's Space Cowboy.
yeah. And yeah, and I didn't give a shout out to is it Trichinosis? I don't know if that person is a someone I should recognize in the hat community, and you have a screen name that I don't know, but welcome.
Nothing like pork parasites.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes. Trichinosis be damned.
Oh, Brandon said he used that song on the submission.
Smart, appropriate. And then Adam and I'm pretty sure Adam did pick Ninja Vanish, and I picked it as well. But I am to Seamus as Glenn is to Josh Vols. I own more than half of Seamus's hats that have gone to the shop, so it's a Seamus hat. So of course I like it. But I think this a lot of potential here for some stitching magic. You get 2 or 3 colors, maybe I guess there's 4 colors if you count the white blade, but Clink does some fantastic stuff when you just kind of get these like different shades of color stitched up against each other. I could see this having like a beautiful 3D effect potentially. So I am looking forward to this appearing in the shop. Hopefully, it's not in March, so I can stay under my 3 hat limit.
Kind of like that snow owl you showed off the other day.
Oh, it's so good.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
I like the Ninja Vanish. I didn't vote for it. I think it was too monochromatic for me, but the smoke was well done. I almost wanted it to be like, I wanted the smoke to be something like a face, some kind of face or something hidden inside. I don't know, maybe that. But I'm glad that he got something for the future. So
we haven't.
I like the fact that that Ninja Vanish is more realistic because I mean we've already seen it with one of 40's Ninja designs, but they couldn't be more different from each other.
I did think about that recent Ninja, which was like a 2-tone. It was like red and black.
What up, Leon?
Red and black, was that what it was? But it was kind of a silhouette, and I did think, well, there is some similarity here. Maybe if you bought the other one, you weren't going to buy this one. I don't know. But
what up, Leon?
Hey, Leon, thanks for dropping in. We were talking about you in the pre-show, Leon. If you ever, I know you do like 7 hat shows a week, but if you ever want to come on, we'd love to have you. So I mean, I almost feel bad like asking you because I'm like, you're probably like, oh, I'm so tired of being on YouTube. YouTube famous, but we'd love to have you come on and give us an update, what you're doing, all that kind of fun stuff. So, all right. So, I hope Seamus, I hope the stitching, there works some stitching magic, and I'm looking forward to seeing this. And now for the best hat of the week that nobody voted for. Kong Key. I'm serious. This was my favorite hat of the week. I'm not exaggerating. I like bears.
Wait, you're not lying.
Well, I might be exaggerating. You're right. I'm not lying. I would have loved to seen some stitching magic with this. I like the whole keyhole thing. It did terrible in the voting. And honestly, I don't know that there's any magic change that's going to take it from 17% to 40%. So I'm really sorry, whoever the real name of Farster Designs. I thought this was a great thing. This would make a great sticker too.
You want to know what that reminds? That reminds me, honestly.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of an old encrypted design.
Uh-oh.
That it not that it's exactly, it looks like it would be from like that era.
And
it would be like 1.0.
My thing with it is I can't tell exactly, like I see aspects of like a hippo or a bear or a
I'm back.
I feel you on that.
things
It's just
going
gonna look
on.
like lines. And it's like it's a great I totally cut you off. I'm sorry, Brian.
You know what I would do with this? This is what I would do with this. I would keep the design the same, but I would put like the Kong has the cross pencils in the back. I would put cross keys.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm with Brian though. There's so many like I can't really tell what it is. Like I see a bulldog. I see a bird head. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Mm.
It's a hat, not a fucking Rorschach
I want the
test.
Rorschach. I
That's
want a
what I
Rorschach.
feel like. That's what I
Prediction.
feel like.
It
I'm gonna
does
predict,
have
right?
so much potential. Like it's a neat idea, and boom,
Yeah.
adding the cross keys would be super awesome. But I still need it to be like obvious what you're looking at.
Yeah.
The line work just needs to be
Something.
more. There needs to be more contrast in the line work.
Yeah.
It needs to be
I
darker.
A
agree
little
with
more
that.
definition.
Yep, it just needs to be more defined rather than. Yeah.
Leon said he would love to.
Yeah.
All right, I'll send him a message. We'll get you on the schedule for March. That sounds great. I'm going to make a prediction right now that Win is going to submit a skull version of this in the next 3 months,
Oh my!
and it's going to get voted into the shop.
I got it.
I don't have my popcorn,
Ooh.
Matthew.
The nose is going to be the keyhole. Like, you know how there's the skull's got that empty spot? That's going to be
It's gonna be called Skeleton Key.
We can see the future, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, all right. Glenn, tell us about Taco Love.
I freaking love Taco Love. I love fun food designs. I would love to see this guy get a hat in. He's been trying his tail off for a long time. And this one's just really fun. Yeah, I voted for this one. I shouted him out on the comments. You liked it too?
I did too. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Death Key, book it. Oh my!
What?
Leon. Death Key, book it. Key of Death.
Well, I think the Taco Love, if they took away all the backdrop and it was just the taco and the bottle, I think that would look, to me, that would be a really strong silhouette, and it would make it more attractive to me as a potential buyer.
Yeah, I can see that. I thought it was cute. They're having a nice little walk in the park, though. I don't know.
What do you think? I know Leon mentioned this once on one of his Sundays. What do you think about showing the ground? Do you think that's important or not important?
The big just flat flat circle down there is off-putting to me for some reason. It's out of place.
Really? I didn't think anything of it.
I didn't either. I do like I don't mind it. And now that you point it out, it is a little strange, but I do like a shadow, but that's a little much right there, but I do like a good shadow, cuz like for example, like what was that hat called? The Great Hambino. They took the shadow off from underneath the Hambino, and I thought that was a bad move cuz I thought it made it look a lot better and made a different feel to it.
Mm-hmm. I think the shadow, there's a couple underwater hats like Float, there's the koi one, and then there's the turtle. And I think the shadow on the bottom of the surface makes a lot of sense in that context, because it's kind of showing you the light is going through the water, and there's like, but I don't know that it's so critical on a streetscape kind of scene. I don't know that it adds that much.
Leon said background's not needed. I actually kind of like the background.
Okay.
I did too, Paco. That's so weird. We're on the same page.
I'd like to see it without it. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't mind without it, but I kind of did like it too.
Well, I mean, there's different strokes for different folks. I mean, like we were talking about earlier. Like I like landscapes, and not everybody does. So
Well,
able
I
to see
mean, he could try something else with it. I mean, he's what, 31%? That's not too far off.
No, almost there.
You know,
Yeah, it's within shouting distance. You can imagine another version of it might make it through. All right, let's go. Is that the end? We got one. Oh yeah, we got it. Oh, of course, we haven't gotten vaults. We got to get the vaults in here. Glenn.
this one's fun. I love a good rail hat. I love a good sequel hat. And what was it? See you later, alligator was the first one, or later alligator or something like that. This one is a fun sequel, and I love the koala bear looking all angry back there. Love the colorway. This one didn't get any love for a contract or a Q spot, unfortunately.
All right, I'm going to share my screen here.
Is it almost the same, like, position of like the I remember the first one.
Yeah, it's the back side. They're running away from you. But the gator was going the opposite direction.
Oh, okay. This one for me I liked it a lot, but it almost looked like there was too much spikiness and almost looked like fur. That was my only.
I could see that.
Yeah, that was my only take, but I love the Crocodile Dundee nod in the hat.
Yeah.
I almost feel like the koala bear isn't adding enough. Like the croc running away in and of itself, I think gets the in a while crocodile, and I'm not sure that the koala is. There's no. Maybe I'm missing. Is there a joke or a reference there?
I think it's just maybe to hammer home that it's Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. If it had to set it apart somehow from the other one. You couldn't just have another, reptile running the opposite way with nothing to add to it.
All right, and I'm going to share an image before we talk about the next one. So this is I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, almost 30 years ago. I moved here the week after the '96 Olympic Games ended, and this was a logo that I love. The one here with the stars that turn into the flame. I think it's a beautiful piece of design work.
Yeah,
and using the Olympic rings. And so this is the context through which I'm going to comment here. When I look at this hat on the right, I see a little bit of that simple design where we've got the figure, and then especially with the flame up in the top. I'm in no way saying it's copying it or anything like that. I'm just saying like it just sort of evokes a sort of very clean and elemental design work. I think this is a really lovely piece of design, personally. So in the voting, I'd like to see them try again. I would like to see maybe the parts of the design be just a little bit bigger. But they also have to deal with the reality that if it gets too tall, it's going to get shrunk when it goes onto a hat anyways. And Adam isn't here to comment. Does anybody know, is this fitted like, I assume it's fitted like Ska and deep fried QQ? Have these?
No idea where they are.
Yeah, have they ever submitted before or gotten to the shop?
I know there were two versions of this.
Okay.
I think they showed them in the BST, but dang it, they're gonna make me look it up.
Like, I don't even know if I'm following these two people on Instagram. I need to take a look at.
I follow Fitted Like Ska. I just recently started following that person.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, yeah, there is two versions. Here's the other one.
Oh, I like that. I like that frame, but of course, if you frame it, then the logo itself has to be made even smaller. But I
Chef's
like
Owen.
it.
Okay.
I
I
like
like
that
it.
one better.
I do too. Did they submit that one?
No, did they? I don't know, but honestly, I don't like the border one. I
Okay.
like this one.
I like both, but I probably like the border one slightly better.
Not
I
only
think I
that,
don't like the words on it. Like, I feel like if it were a design,
that's
but
and
they
that's
didn't
not going to
submit it
go.
in.
Casey usually doesn't do, other than Clink, doesn't do stuff with words on it.
Hmm.
They put that freaking cilantro leaves in the crits. You remember that?
Well, they also put in emojis in crits.
There was one that just came in the last week that had a date on it. I swear. Anyways, all right. Any other comments? All right, and now we go to the let's hear about Brian segment. So far, Brian, you've been surprisingly not sarcastic. What is it? What is with the name? So where does the Midwest sarcasm? Why that? You just needed
Yeah.
a screen name, and you're like, hey, that sounds fun.
Before you start, good night, guys.
Good night.
Oh, good talking to you.
Adios.
Yeah, like Paco, I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
And got young ones too. So surprisingly, mine went to bed earlier, which is very bizarre. Like, I was expecting them to be banging on the door telling me to put them to bed. But no, yeah, I grew up in Illinois, as I was talking to Matt earlier. And so I grew up in the Midwest for a long, long time. And the sarcasm, I probably just don't have enough beers in me, or we're not talking. We haven't been talking long enough. But,
Can I be nosy? Whereabouts in Illinois?
Southern, near St. Louis.
Okay, I grew up near St. Louis on the Missouri side.
Oh, nice. What city?
Cape Girardeau.
Oh, nice.
That's more the
I've got a
southern
friend that
side,
grew up
though,
there.
or it's
What's
south of St. Louis. But
Oh yeah, I mean we're kind of close to the boot heel. We're like
Oh, yeah.
in the ankle region.
Very familiar. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, so I grew up there. The sarcasm, I'm an 80s kid and grew up on watching Garfield, reading Garfield comics and drawing Garfield, and Bill Murray was a big influence in my life, and just loved to hit all those movies, and just I think a lot of that imparted in my wit and humor, and so it's just like, and then I met some other designers, one in particular, Aaron Draplin out of Michigan. He was from Michigan. He lives in Portland, Oregon, but just I finally got to meet him a couple of years ago, and just best Midwestern, just witty ass hell, and just I was like, man, that speaks so true to me and my background, and I just came up with this term because it's like it's so embodied in my upbringing, and we all talk like this. We're all just like, no BS, blue collar, kind of guys that just you can't try and put anything over us, and if you're gonna try and intimidate me, and I'll just walk all over you with all my sarcasm and wit, and you just don't know how to pick yourself up afterwards. So, but
well, in this picture, you're with one of your shirts. So if folks don't follow him on Instagram, if you type in the at Midwestern Sarcasm, you can see some of his other. Well, I think, do you have a separate account for your non-Clink? Is that right? What's your other account?
Yeah. So my original is for my apparel line, which is the Drink in Nature, and and that's what when I first started getting into doing the clinks, and that's I was like, I should probably keep this separate, just because people are like, what the hell is this guy doing? Sort of thing. It's like, not to muddy the water. So I did
Well,
that,
I'm
and
pretty sure that Flanagan would like to hang out with you and talk about beers, right? So, I mean, you wouldn't be the only Clink artist who likes to have a throwback a beer or two, and certainly our own Glenn here is not shy about the beverages. So, I think you probably aren't going to run into too much of a problem with that in the Clink
no,
community. After all,
yeah,
it's the Clink room, So,
right,
so tell
yeah.
us about I'm assuming that you're like designed for this world for like the t-shirts and some of the logo work that is on your pages that predated you submitting anything to Clink. How did you get into doing some of the art?
For my apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh. So it kind of stemmed from talking. I was talking pre-show with, I was blogging, and I'd always had an art background, always. And so I was moved to Oklahoma in 2008. Had a blog and podcast about the local beer culture as it was stemming up, because Oklahoma was in the pre-prohibition days forever, and or actually prohibition days forever. They just had the worst alcohol laws. So eventually I kind of had a grassroots kind of movement about getting people aware of craft beer and things like that. And so I just started designing my own apparel and just rolled downhill from there. And so it was mostly beer centric, so very niche, beer apparel, but obviously a good market. And so I kept it going, and then I kind of incorporated, I like to be outdoors and enjoy promoting nature, and we all need to get back to nature a lot more. And so it just married the two concepts, and just I had so many other ideas, and I just didn't want to hold myself back from that market either. So like in the picture here, this was a shirt. I had been going to a festival. I do pop-ups and festivals as many weekends as I can during the year. And I met people at Boulevard Brewing in Kansas City, Missouri, and at their festival. And I was always like, do you ever need apparel design or things like that? And like, yeah, send us something. And it's like, I'm trying to get good about process and about working with clientele and things like this. So they were just so loosey-goosey, but they were so fun to work with. And so I finally made a shirt, and I was like, that's so crazy, because it's kind of these little bucket lists I have. And like making a Clink hat eventually became a bucket list thing, because just being along in the community for so long, it was just like, this is just fun. It's finally doing something fun and designing, and for like-minded people.
Well, one of the comments I made in our show chat was, this week, to me, there were a lot of Clink designs that would look great on a t-shirt, because there's a lot of detail. Yeah. And I think one of the challenges is anyone who's designing for a hat, your canvas is 4 inches by 6 inches. I mean, it's a very small space. And sure, when you're designing for a shirt, your canvas is a lot bigger, and for some of us even bigger still, depending on our size. But you can work in more color, more detail, and that kind of stuff, and it's still going to be visible to the eye. And I don't design hats. I build with Lego, and I'm not restricted to a 4x6 layout most of the time with Lego, but it is a challenge anytime you've got that kind of space restriction. And if you're thinking about a t-shirt design, you've got more room to work with. So Matt, also, I don't know if you saw, he said he was from, I think it's pronounced Sedalia or Sedalia. I'm not sure.
Sedalia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And earlier I asked if this the Fitted Like Ska was somebody I should know, and they said it's Chase Owen, who I've seen post in the Buy Sell Trade. So I'll have to now I know who to connect that to. So that's good. Appreciate that, Adam.
Yeah, I forgot that was him. I've talked to him before.
And so on your Instagram, you had an example of some of your drawing where you're working out some concepts. Obviously, those weren't Clink hats, but those were. And then some other submissions that you've made, and I personally loved the binocular Sasquatch. And there were lots of jokes about other appendages that could have been included in this on MEC. That was a bit of a joke for an episode. I love this. Okay. I get a kick out of Bigfoot stories. I grew up out in the sticks in the woods, and you're a kid, and you think, well, did I hear something? And you're like, I saw all this stuff on Bigfoot on TV, you know, maybe Bigfoot's out there. So I really like that. I encourage you to, I don't know, did you submit it once or twice? I'd say give it one more shot.
Just once.
Just once.
Everybody's
That's-
like, you need to put the sunbeam back in front of the leg and where it was blocking out. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure I could and make it a little different, but
a gigantic fig leaf like in those Renaissance.
yeah.
The title was fun too. The Forest for the Knees.
Thanks.
It's really fun. You should, please think about submitting it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan, so
Thanks.
I'm
Yeah.
also a fan of Loggerheads. I like the original
thanks.
one you came out with a lot. I like the latest one as well.
Thanks. Yeah, that's one I'm praying gets another shot, because that's I was like, I just, you know, like I mentioned earlier, I just do it for fun. I'm just doing it for fun, and I really just want a cool vacation hat. So
I thought the first one did pretty good in voting too.
it wasn't bad. It was about 34%, I think I remember, around then, 32 to 34, something around there. So yeah, it had legs, you know.
that's within shouting distance. You could get to 40. I mean, that's not like not like the hat I love. They got 17%. I mean,
here's hoping. Yeah, I like the my skink hat too, but it never got anywhere yet. So I kind of might have given up on that, but I think I might do that and save it for my own brand and do something with them, make a shirt or stickers or something else. But I think that's the thing too with Clink. Man, it's just given me as an artist a brand new avenue just to play and have fun again. Like I was getting burnout bad. Like the last 2-3 years ago, it was, I don't know, you know, not that my business wasn't doing bad or anything, but just always struggling for ideas and things like that, and just seeing other people with their submissions. And it's a great community for that. And, hey, just go do whatever. It just could be funny. Who cares if it doesn't get picked? You know, just come up with weird ideas, and it's really neat. It's a great inspiration for sure.
yeah, there's like cross pollination that happens. So in my house, today's Monday. On Thursday, our big Atlanta Lego convention kicks off, and it's just down the street from my house. And I tell people who are not into Lego World that you ought to go to one. And even if you have never snapped two bricks together, you ought to go, because the creativity you're going to see at something this is just inspiring. Like I'm a Lego person. I've got all this stuff behind me. I've built that stuff up behind me. But I'll go and I'll walk around the floor and I'll be like, who would have thought you could make that out of little pieces of plastic? Like the innovation, the curiosity, the creativity, it's inspiring. Every time I go to one of these conventions, I have a jaw drop moment where I'll see at least one thing. I'll be like, I can't believe they made that. Like, that is fantastic. And so whether you're going to a Lego convention or you're participating in a hat community, creativity, can spark. And so I'm happy to hear that that's had that impact on you, getting you going. So let's talk about the one that made it. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the next slide. Let's talk about the one that didn't make it. So
Stab in the heart. Just
I lobbied for it. I mean, I was like, come on, people, vote for this. So, you mentioned you played hockey. I still play on 2 hockey teams. I'm captain of one team. Just played Sunday night, played Friday night, and hanging out in the parking lot, especially here in Atlanta, Georgia, where our winters are generally mild, is a tradition. And I don't even really drink alcohol. I mean, I'm a margarita guy, but like I hang out, I drink my Diet Coke in the parking lot with the other guys. And the classic hockey helmet filled with ice cubes. I think that guys in my hockey league would buy this. I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
But they're not clinkers, so they don't show up to vote for it. But I mean, to me, this just screams post game, sitting in the parking lot, having a couple of buds with your buds, and it just screams beer league hockey. And I'm still upset to not go to the shop.
I mean, I'm thankful they gave it another go. I took I think somebody in the group or in the buy sell group mentioned like put a sheet of ice underneath or something, like the icing line, or I thought maybe might help sell it a little better. I think I may have revised the ice cubes a little better, but yeah, It might
So
just not
you
be
make
enough.
Oh,
if you
I
make
got
this
it.
into a shirt, you send me the link because I will blast it out in our local league. Because I think there are guys who would buy
Yeah.
this on a shirt.
I
Right
got
on.
it. You have a
Yes.
puck hitting it, and it's like put some movement in there. Maybe
Oh yeah.
have a puck, and then it's like slosh. The ice is sloshing out, and it's
Yeah,
maybe,
it's that's
maybe.
that's the other thing is it's probably kind of static. And then some people didn't realize like it was a hockey helmet, which
I had no idea. Now, granted, I am super new, amateur in the hockey world, but I did not.
yeah, that's fair. But you're right. It is fairly static. It's like unless you have it like
And then if you have the biscuit, see, I know the language. If you have the biscuit in there, it's like a little more like hitting you over the head that it's hockey.
right.
Yeah, you could throw a puck in off to one side or the other. I mean, that might clue viewers in who don't know what they're looking at. I mean,
Mhm.
to me, as someone who's played hockey since he was, 16, I knew instantly what it was. But Jesse's point is very valid. If you have
Yeah.
never put one of those on your head, you might not recognize it as a hockey helmet.
And it
Or
made
if or if you're just not a hockey fan, like I'm a hockey fan. I'm not hardcore as like some of the other people on our show. Just because I got out of hockey once the Thrashers left. Um, but like somebody from the region that I live in, and never been lived in the Midwest, never had like any kind of hockey background, they
Mhm.
would probably just think it's a beer bucket. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's made just be a design that's like Matt's saying, would look better on a shirt with the word, just a little phrase icing underneath or something. So I might just have to go back in my pocket and save it for myself and do other things with it.
I mean, I
Every
don't know.
now and then, there's a design that one of us really has a strong affinity for, and we'll call in votes. We'll say, all right, I need everybody on the show to please vote for this hat. For Matt and Adam, it was this one. They wanted this one so bad.
Well, thanks for trying. Yeah. Well, this year for sure. I'm wanting to I'll get something done with it, if not a hat. So.
All right, so I'm going back because I moved these around a little bit so we can make sure we get Paco's comments in the crits before we got to your interview. But tell us about the one that did make the shop. What was that? Was that what was that experience like?
Oh man. So I did this over Thanksgiving break, and I had a little free time, and such a throwaway idea. I don't know. It was just like, I don't even know how I thought of it. I was just trying to come up with something new, and it just popped in there, and it was like, oh, that's funny. And so I just got to work right away. And I always try to like go out there and just see if there's, reference material and things. And like, the only thing I could see of anything like this was like a 1984 Hallmark ornament. And I was like, well, that's nowhere close to what I was gonna do. I mean, it was like a mom and baby beaver on like sledding on their tails or something. I don't know. It was weird, but anyway, yeah, I just went with it, and just, I think sometimes when I just get those aha moments and just go, like, that's usually when I have pretty good success with a design. And they didn't change too much, which, so I think some people didn't care for the beanie, and I was like, it's fine. Like, I get it. You need a little movement.
I like the addition. To me, it gives you a sense of the speed, and my grandparents had one of these like 6 people toboggans, and you really have to have a pretty steep hill for this to work.
Yeah.
But we went out a couple times where they lived in northeastern Indiana near Fort Wayne, and there was one hill everybody knew was like great. It was a very long hill, and I remember I was a pretty young kid. So I'm getting in with my aunts and uncles, and we're all like, okay, everybody, snuggled up together, and down we go. And as a little tyke, it felt like we were going crazy fast,
Yeah.
And the idea that the hat's flying off because they're just that fast, like I thought that was a positive addition. So I know
Yeah.
we're in a second we're going to jump over to the crits the shop tweaks that Casey does make. But I was already going to buy this hat, but I was even happier with the little toboggan, not the toboggan, but the toque flying
Yeah.
off.
Toque.
It is a toboggan. It is a
Is it?
toboggan. People
Okay.
call it a toboggan. There's
All
so
right.
many names for those things.
Yes.
And I don't know how
Beanie.
much of it's regionality versus generation, but yeah, people call it a toboggan.
I think toque is like French Canadian because I know the Canadians often use the word toque for that hat.
Oh yeah.
Now, did he ask you at all, or he just put it in?
Nope. I didn't hear a lick. That's what I was. That's one of those things too. I'm like, I wonder how much they're going to change this. Like, I'm so curious of the inner workings of Clink and like how decisions are made, and they turn around these things and super quick. So I was just like, man, that's pretty cool. But I'm like, it they didn't do too much. Maybe just a touch for the shading and of the fur, and that was the snow was a little different. But all good.
Brian Adams said that the icing would make a sick keychain. He said thread the hole near one of the earpieces.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Let me get us back up. Well, I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to when that arrives. And one of the things I like about that design is it has a sense of movement, but it also isn't too cluttered. And I think it could stitch beautifully because, one of the things you see with Clinks is that sometimes less is more because they do more with the stitching and they get to add their own little sense of depth and variety. So, yeah, I see here that my shared name Clink friend here says I was called a toboggan. So, the shocking hoodie. Did anybody on our panel order the hoodie? I know Jesse got it. Sweet.
I guessed the price right before I saw it.
I'm one of the few people who owns when Clink first started. You could actually order T-shirt versions of some of the designs, and I actually bought 2 or 3 of the shirts. And Adam's a huge Lighthouse fan, so I sent him the lamplighters. But I still have the ray gun T-shirt, and I'm forgetting what my third one is. But I will say that the T-shirt material was not soft and didn't fit great. And it's one reason why I asked Jesse how hers fit, because I know when Casey chatted with us, that's a comment that I noticed that he made. He's like, I want to get the fit right. And I think he heard the feedback from the first time Clink did shirt and, stuff to wear that people were, it's kind of scratchy. It's not the best material. And I'm happy.
New era. I've ordered a lot of hats from them. I've never ordered clothing from them, but I'm very impressed with the T-shirt.
Good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very nice.
All right. Let's go to one more thing I want to toss out. So I follow I can't remember his first name now, but I think it's Belize. He lives out in New Mexico. We've chatted multiple times, and he's been having a lot of fun, sort of coming up with fun scenarios or backdrops for his Clinks. And I thought this one was hilarious. So he's got the little, heart stickers, and he's wearing that, and he has some fun. And if you follow him, he's a gifted photographer. So he lives out in New Mexico, and he had some beautiful pictures of like their hot air balloon festival, and he does some amazing nature photography. I believe he has one of his telephoto lens where he can zoom in on critters and get them unaware that they're being photographed, and he does some really nice stuff. And maybe at some point we can get him on the show. I don't know if he's comfortable, wants to talk on camera or not, but I like he has an eye for the visual and a sense of humor. You see it in some of his hat photos. So just a shout out.
Adam said Michael.
Michael. That's right. That's right. Yep. All right. And I think we need to take a moment. So Adam and I are big hockey fans, and Glenn was a Thrashers season ticket holder. I'm still playing. Jesse went to, if I remember correctly, her first ever National Hockey League game in person, which my husband also went to the Pittsburgh Penguins last November for his first in-person NHL game. What'd you think? I mean, obviously, there's anything that surprised you about the experience you've watched on TV. So,
All right, the dumbest thing is that when I was watching on ESPN, like I'd hear this talk, 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 and then people would be like, "Let's go, Pens." I'm like, "What? What is it?" And it's the mascot Iceberg, and he has a drum, and so I got to see. I mean, like, but there were other things that just didn't make sense while watching TV, and then it's like, oh, in person it's like, oh, that's how they do, like the line, something that's not dumb. I knew line changes were frequent. It's not always obvious that line changes are happening until they're like, and here's a line change, and they show the guys jumping over the boards, and you're like, oh, okay. But I know it's happening much more quickly than what I'm perceiving, whereas in person you're like, there's a line change, there's a line change. And then I brought a little telescope so I'd zoom in, and like, there's Dan Muse being really mad about something. It was like, that was awesome. I love my telescope, it's the best. But yeah, so like, just little things made more sense that I wasn't. And so for the backdrop, like, I'm more of a baseball girly, but we decided for some, I don't know why we did. I think it's because we went to the Steelers game last, you know, weekend after New Year's, not last January, and it wasn't a bomb cyclone, or maybe it was. It was cold. It was so cold. I couldn't take my hands out of my pocket. It was so cold. My sweetheart bought me a beer, and I drank none of it because I couldn't, like, I could do it was it was it was deeply unpleasant, and I was
oh,
dressed with a capital D in winter layers. And it was, and so it's like, indoor sport for New Year's, say less.
yeah.
But then we bought the ticket, it's like, oh. And so, like, if I'm spending that much money on the tickets, because we went there to 2 games, and I'm like, I gotta know more about this than Swarm the Puck. So in my nerd fashion, I've done this like super deep dive on, learn the history. What about this? What about that? What are the rules? What's the nuance? Who are the players? What's their favorite animal? Like, I'm just like, it's I'm like, if I'm spending that kind of money on tickets, I have to know as much as I can and as I can. So I'm like, oh God, whoa, no, don't make me be the main
Oh,
character. No, this is
okay.
not main character. No.
Sorry. Well, I just realized, like, you're the person talking, so I should maybe
That's better.
make it a little
That's better.
bigger.
That's
All right.
fine. I'm always like, whenever you make me big, I'm like, no, Pat.
So, speaking of your hat, I don't know,
Yeah.
in the comments, it says here, I think it's pronounced Ian. I know one person who pronounces it Ian, so I'm
Oh,
not 100% sure.
yes.
But Ian Osborne says aloha.
Ian, I didn't get this on the pre-order because it was before the hockey deep dive. And then after the hockey deep dive, I was like, oh, I'm going to need that one. And I knew people had gotten it. I was waiting week like, is it going to be on dead stock? Is it going to be on dead stock? And then on the buy sell trade, like, people are like, oh, I got 2 for Ruffin. I got 2 for Ruffin, because they were going to the shop. And I'm like, they're going to buy my hat. They're going to get it. And I'm not going to get it. And so Adam went and got it for me. I mean, I paid him. It's not like people buy me hats. Like, he was my my agent.
He was your hat Sherpa.
He was my hat Sherpa, and he got it for me so I could have it. So yeah, it's a great design, Ian. Thank you so much. And yay.
And I was a pre-order. Like I saw that and I'm like, yeah, that's one I'll wear to my beer league games and sit in the parking lot. And people will be like, dude, where'd you get that hat? And I'm like, well, as it turns out, it's very limited run.
You got to have a Sherpa to go to the shop.
That's right. So my husband also just started watching hockey because I got back into watching hockey after taking a decade off because of my bitterness over the Thrashers. But, at least, he's sitting there in the couch. And at first he's like just playing his video games or solving math equations because he does that for fun because he's a crazy person. And he'll be like, wait, why did they do that? What's this rule? And like, so this was about 3 years ago. And now he's like knows the rules. Like the other day, he goes, okay, let me check. If it crosses, then this is a goal. And if it doesn't, and I'm like, dude, I'm impressed. Like that's like not beginner level knowledge. That's like, advanced intermediate. And he's like, I'm paying attention. He goes, I might be over here on my Game Boy, but I'm listening to the broadcast, And so it's funny because I thought he was just sitting on the couch just to hang out with me. I didn't really think he was paying that much attention. So we went to our first game also at Pittsburgh and had a good time. We were both getting a little bit of a head cold, so we weren't 100%, but the area around the arena was nice. It's the first time I'd been since they switched to that arena. I used to go to the old Igloo, which was honestly one of my favorite places to watch a hockey game ever. Cool. Because the upper deck kind of felt like you were hanging over the ice. And so you could buy the cheap seats and still have some excellent views of the ice. And of course you had Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr, like two of the greatest players ever in history out there skating around. So did you go, Brian? I see you nodding. Did you ever go to the Igloo?
No, but I appreciate those old barns, man. Like like I said, I grew up near St. Louis. I went to the Blues original arena. And it's so crazy to think that you could play, like they played in that place. It was pretty good. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I have appreciation for playing in shitty old hockey rinks because I still do these days.
You play in Tulsa?
We have a sheet in Tulsa. We have two now. There's a ECHL team, and that's been around forever. But we played. We had a rink that we played on, and then there's a new ownership that bought the team, and they revamped part of a shopping mall into two really nice big sheets of ice and restaurant and bar, and it's been a long time coming, but they still didn't realize that, like, oh, you need this kind of machinery to run this place, otherwise it's gonna drip water on the ice and we've got potholes. I'm like, guys, this is the same problem we've had last. Like, get it together.
It's not like there aren't it's not like there's not blueprints out there for,
Dallas can do it. If Dallas can do it, then we can do it. It's hotter down there. Figure it out. It's like those types of things. But yes, I've been playing. I play goalie all my life and still try.
You seem too normal to be a goalie.
No, I'm that weird, crazy guy. I am introverted at times in big crowds, but I am that crazy guy that talks to himself. Probably.
Talk to the posts. Come on, posts. We can do it.
Mike did Swayman for I guess it was the morning skate, and they had that video on social media. It was hilarious. He's such an adorable kid. They need to mic him up all the time.
Yeah, I bought the original rollerblades that came out in the 1990s and used to skate around the suburban DC area. And honestly, it just helped because ice time's expensive and just getting touches with the puck, even though it's not exactly the same as ice skates. I always credit that as helping me become a better hockey player. But let's go to mail call. If anybody's got some recent arrivals they want to show the camera. Brian, you want to go first?
I haven't even opened it.
Oh, that's right. I was going to unbox.
I know. I've been sitting on it for days.
Yeah.
I was like, and you said something about coming on the show and doing this. I was like, perfect timing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that watermark.
Nice.
That's pretty nice. That's all. I haven't seen that before. they're up in their game. Yeah, so this I got. I pulled the trigger on that Kaiju Kong because I have the Mecha Kong, and I thought those would look really good together. But they dropped. Since we're talking hockey, I had to get this one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's one of my top 10
Yeah.
hats of last year. I love that hat.
Yeah, I was not sure of the colors, and I was just like, yeah. But it's like, you gotta have that. You're a goalie. Like, it's just fit me perfectly. And I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan, so it almost looks like Casey Jones. So I was like, yeah, that's perfect. And then I got one more, the Cuba Libre.
Ooh, Flanagan, right?
Because I'm going to, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to Key West in April, so I'm like, I need a vacation hat. So this seemed perfect.
Very nice. Say hi to my aunt. She lives there. She's
Nice. Wow.
She and her husband are one of like the only 2 dentists on the island for a long. They're retired now. She was a dental hygienist, so yeah.
I bet.
She's got stories. They don't leave when the hurricanes come because her husband grew up on Key West. He's a native. He doesn't leave. He just goes to higher ground.
Right. I bet. That's funny. So yeah, that's all right.
I'm gonna. I already zipped my box, and in part I'm saving this because it's from this guy. It's upside down, but the Hat Ninja, who was on with us earlier this year. So this is coming across the big Pacific Ocean, and I know what's in here. Well, at least I think I know what's in here. Some of these, if you watch that show, you may recognize because he mentioned that a couple of these were for sale. So I reached out. We wear the same size, so we've got the bonus. This is from the Gamer series, classic video games.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, sweet.
You know what? I got to flip my camera. Here we go. Let's. There we go. Bonus stage. All right. So sweet. And then we've got back hit.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Dragon Balls.
That's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. And next group. And he also includes, if you ever use the Hat Ninja, you're going to get his sticker.
Nice.
This is new. I've never gotten this before. It's like the yin yang and another. And this one, I haven't seen this one before, but it's another Hat Ninja sticker. So cool. I like it. And what's this? Oh, I think it's the actual receipt from when he bought the hats because I'll have to ask him what these are if they're all right. So the final ones, and so this is one I actually got for my husband because I didn't play a lot of video games, but he did.
Oh,
and
man.
So it's Street Fighter 2, and then on the back it's got the flags.
Oh,
and
wow.
Oh, wow.
And they're
That's
pixelated, you know. So you got like the
Yeah.
Brazil and the China flag.
India.
So my husband doesn't know that this is coming, so don't tell him. Shh. And then there's the again continuing with the push to start.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm so jealous of that one.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
really glad that you can't wear a size 7.5 because I might have had to compete with you. You'd have to get a cranial reduction to wear this hat, but I bought it for the back. I mean, I do love Tetris, but
Oh, shut up.
The Onion Dome of Red Square. I'm old enough that I remember the Soviet Union, and you'd get all these live from the Kremlin and the Red Square, and so like I teach international relations, political science. So like the Onion Dome, I'm just like, oh, when I saw him hold that up, I'm like, I need that in my life. But this was the last one, so the Keith Haring, and so Keith Haring
Oh wow.
is a bit of an icon in the gay community, and tragically was one of those many people who died of AIDS. And so this is a tribute hat, and it's one of those hats that the artwork keeps going. And so
Yeah.
we go around. So we've got a figure there, a race car. We got some skateboarders. We've got his signature, and then
That's pretty cool.
helicopter. So yeah, I'll be probably save this. I'll probably wear this in Pride Month, or just it's just really cool. And now they just recently came out with a Keith Haring Lego set. So now I'll have to get the Lego
I was
set,
just gonna say that.
and I'll have to
I saw that at Target the other day.
I'll have to pair it up with the hat, and that'll be a hat of the day once I get the Lego set built. So
Nice.
anyone else got some any mail call show offs you want to?
I got one hat.
All right.
It was kind of a big deal for me. I missed it originally when it dropped. It's not a clink, it's a capsule hat. And as many of you know, I wear a size 8 or larger. So those are more difficult to find. But it is a capsule Atlanta Braves hot rod. And it came with the original pin that it came with when you ordered it from Capsule. I got it off of eBay, and it was the most most expensive hat that I have bought thus far. Which is funny because there was one recently on one of the other fitted hat Facebook groups, and a guy was just selling it for like $15. But obviously it wasn't my size. It was a very much smaller size. But it just kind of made me sick. It was only $15. I paid $112 for it with shipping and tax. So I mean, it's not a ton of money, but for a hat, that's the most I've paid.
I think 75.80 is the most I've ever paid.
I paid $150 for the Gorin Big 3, where it's got the 3 penguins on it, because they're like,
Okay.
there's only 300 that are made. And I'm like, the FOMO part of my brain is like, oh, buy now. And then I was like, did you really spend all of your allowance on that hat? And I did.
Glenn, did you explain the hook on that Braves hat? I may have missed it.
What do you mean?
What was it about? I mean, there's lots of Braves hats out there. So what makes that one so special to you?
Oh, I don't know what it is, honestly. I just freaking love it. I love lava red and I love vice blue, and the two colors together. I just freaking love it. I just love it. I don't know why.
Capsule hat always has beautiful color combinations. They just
Yeah.
they know, they just do.
Yeah, and it was, it was a limited run, and just I don't know, it's just something about it. It was just something about it, and I had to have it. And I, sat around. I found what, 7 7/8, and I was like, I really should buy it. I really should buy it. But I'm just so tired of stretching hats out. Like I don't want to do it anymore. Like I've even started buying now that Casey, which thank you, now that Casey added the 8 1/8 the hat, I've only exclusively been ordering 8 1/8. If it's too big, I'll put a Stankies in it. But I'm just so tired of stretching hats, and you go to put it on again and it's shrunk back down. You got to stretch it again.
Or you get a headache after 3 hours.
Yes. Yes. I'll be like, I'm gonna wear this. I'll put it on in the morning before I leave, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna have a headache by noon. I can't wear that.
I've stretched them 7
Speaking of
1/8 because
fitted.
I can wear a quarter, but like I can't wear a stretch 1/8 all day. I can wear it out for like an hour or two, and then it's gonna hurt. So like it's a like limited run hat. Brian?
Oh, I was saying, so yeah, I wear 7/8. I've got a couple that are 7.25 because I just love the design so much, and I was like, it's not too bad, and my hair can grow out and kind of fill it in after a while. But I know there's been the the thing with where they're made, and so this one was made. The Cuba Libre was China, so this one fits. I don't know. It feels a little bit tighter than what I'm used to, and then this one's made in Haiti, and it's really tight.
The Haiti ones.
And I was like, whoa.
Haiti ones, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small.
They're inconsistent.
Interesting. Yeah. I was just curious.
That's what she said.
Well, I have that exact same hat. So it also came from Haiti. And I agree. When I put on the goalie, I thought, I'm glad I got a 3/8, because if I'd gotten a quarter, I would have been like uncomfortable. And I would say generally the China ones run true to size, maybe just a touch small, but usually, what is it? The Laos hats or the one of the countries definitely runs small. I can't remember.
Bangladesh,
I think.
but then once in a blue moon, I'll get a bang, and it's like, this is loosey goosey. I need a Stankies. Like I have a parent. I'm not a tiny person. I'm 5'9", and I got these linebacker shoulders, but I got a tiny head. And I fit a lot of brains in there, or a normal and a good amount, a healthy amount of brains are fit in this small head. But like my size, I got a size 7, and one of Paco had a pack. Paco had a pack of hats, and like I got a size 7, and so 2 of those hats, one of them is loose. I had to get a Stankies for it, size 7, and one of them is so tight. I swear it's a 6.5. It's insane, and that's a size 7. And they're both from Bangladesh, and I'm like, it does seem like the more recent things that have come from Bangladesh have been more consistent. It seems like it. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do the last segment, and we'll run through the changes from the crits to the shop. And the first one is probably the biggest changes. So we've got Water Hazard, one of our few golf hats. We just held up earlier. We held up the golf cart one. So we've got Water Hazard by Creature and Soundwave. A lot of changes. We got a crown change. We got a brim change. Thoughts, folks? What did you like, dislike?
I actually like the visor getting that floral, like it's very like Hello Florida, which goes along with the very tropical. It goes along with that flamingo. I think it's a nice addition. I think it was a good choice.
I like the. I'm sorry, bro. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go.
I honestly would have loved if they kept the blue crown, but still added the cool visor and button with the floral. I agree. We talked about this in our group chat. I agree with Matt. He said that once he took the blue off the crown, it doesn't feel like he's in the water anymore. Which it kind of takes away from that feel. So I would honestly have preferred to have the blue crown, but the floral visor and button as well as the blue crown, like a hybrid of the two. But I love the hat. I ordered it today.
One of the 6.
Yeah.
I will say that it's interesting looking at it again with the passage of time. I think I like the brim a little bit more, because now I can see that the colors in the brim really do call to the colors in the design. So there's a lot of harmony between the brim and the logo. But I do feel that the blue, you just feel like he's in water. So, I mean, I can see I'm probably a little more 50-50 about whether I like or dislike the changes than when I first saw it. But I'm not a golfer, and I'm not ordering this hat anyway. So my opinion is irrelevant. Oh, I forgot to change the title on these. Mellow Yellow has nothing to do with this. All right, so you're up, Glenn.
Oh, see, that was the title. You got your right.
It's from last week's show. I forgot to change the title, so just ignore all the titles, people, please.
I was actually happy with the changes on this one. I'm usually not pleased with the crits to shop changes. This is one of the scenarios where I was pleased with it. I love a brown crown. I love brown hats. So that didn't bother me. I guess some people it might, but um I don't know. I like it. It's a little swampier feeling. I love this design. It's very two-sided for me. It's kind of like a mix between a creature feature and it's kind of like a little happy, positive, symbiotic relationship between the two. So it's kind of like got two different feels to it, kind of a Jekyll and Hyde for me.
Any other thoughts?
What do you?
I just echo what Glenn said. I mean,
Yeah.
it definitely looks better with the brown crown.
Yeah, I think the other one looks like it's a nighttime scene, which obviously crocs are at night, but you're wondering like, well, would the bird be doing this at night? I think that the eyes pop more with the black, but just in terms of you're seeing a process checkup, it just makes more sense that this would occur in not pitch dark,
This work 8 to 5.
or at least during daylight hours. And there was a comment made by Ian about the Keith Haring hat would go well with his Andy Warhol Converse shoes. I actually have pitched a Andy Warhol inspired hat design at a artist. We'll see if this happens or not, but we'll see. But we haven't had one that I know of so far, so that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, ignore the thing. So we've got Flanagan, who submitted a more kind of photorealistic version of a Kong, and then there was a fair amount of unhappiness that it became a little bit more cartoony in the shop version. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean he was spot on with the original with like King Kong. I mean it definitely screams King Kong monster. And then I mean I guess I get where they're going with Clank, making it look more like their Kong, but I kind of wish they would have kept the yellow teeth and the larger forehead. It seems more squished.
I'm sure it has to do with the embroidery, but
Sure.
if that's the case, I do think they did a nice job of kind of marrying his concept of more detail, more layers. I think it still looks
Sure.
good. It's different. It's not but I think it's still like different enough from like the standard Kong. I wish they had kept the pencils, because I feel like the pencils have been flattened out too. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it seems like the pencils are a little flatter, and I feel like, oh, you could have kept the pencils, B. The pencils could have been really detailed. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Flanagan just has a really good eye for this stuff, and I feel like I see other artists that submit things similar and don't have this much of a redesign of so much to where it kind of loses the original appeal. But that's just me.
I agree.
But what's so baffling is that when the first one didn't make it, he went to Casey himself and said, "Hey, give me some pointers on this. What could I do differently? And Casey gave him suggestions. He made changes, resubmitted, and then it's like, why would you give me suggestions if you're just going to redraw the whole thing all together once it
Yeah.
like it was baffling. And this one kind of hurt my heart because I really liked Flanagan's a lot. I know it hurt his heart too. He was a little upset, rightfully so, about the whole thing. And I mean, it's not even close. Like, you see them side by side, it's not even close. Like, it's a totally different hat. And like we were talking about in the in our custom cat collectors group chat, like one of the things we liked about Flanagan's was that it's the classic Clink logo done in a different way. So it's not like every other Clink logo. It's something totally different, yet similar and close enough. But it's just trumped up and like made better and more detailed and more lifelike, and then it just got redrawn to like be more similar and not different. So it was just, for me, it was disheartening. Like, I don't like the new colorway at all. Like, I liked the graphite and the pink that matched the erasers and the pink button, and I was all in on it. And when this one came out, it was like a kick in the nuts. Like, what is this? I mean, if I had never seen, if I had never seen Flanagan's and if you just presented me this one, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's cool. But when you see the other one, it's like you want the it's like you want the name brand and you got the off brand.
Also, honestly, Matthew, I do feel like we just need like a random title generator from here forward, because I love this. It makes 0 sense and it's perfect.
We could try that as an experiment for a week or two. Just use a random captioner and see if it's funnier than my comment. So my take on this was, first of all, I have some Kong fatigue, so I was not like, ooh, I'm gonna buy this. But when it came out, I was like, I asked the folks, like, what is different about this Kong that makes you want them to put it in the shop? And they said, well, it's more realistic. And I was like, that's fair. I can see, okay, it's different than all the other Kongs we've had, but the shop version isn't. The shop version's like, oh yeah, it's like one of the other 100 Kongs that we've had. And I'm probably not exaggerating. We've probably had over 100 Kongs at this point. I have a spreadsheet. I should actually look that up. But all right, let's mosey. I champion this hat. I love this hat. I already ordered it. I'm fine with the changes. We got more stars instead of less. That surprised me. And there's a tiny bit switch from dark gray to light gray, from red to kind of pink tones. I like it. I think Glenn, somebody reported that 14.8 was fine with the tweaks. He was not unhappy. So
yeah, he said he would have liked it to been the same, but he was okay with the changes.
It'll look great with my neon ray gun.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely in my shopping cart. I haven't pushed the button yet, but you got to get to 3. You got to get to the number 3.
That's right.
Can't order with and pay for shipping. Like,
it's like $10 off.
Who pays for shipping, right?
Right. I'm gonna spend an extra $70 to save 10.
That guy that posted the in the buy sell trade, he posted that because I praised the snow owls, he ordered it, and then he showed the receipt, and I'm like, oh, he paid the $10 for shipping. I felt bad. It's $65 hat, $10 in shipping and tax. I'm like, you always do it in threes.
And then Ernesto's like, it's $96 in California. We're like, no, it's not.
Look, I know things are more expensive in other states, but don't pull the wool over my eyes. Like, I study government. Like, I know what sales tax rates are by state. Like, no, we're not. I'm not putting up with that nonsense. I never know with him how much of it is just over the, like, he's trying to be funny and little, I generally interpret everything he says with a grain of salt, but I was just like, no, it's not a $97 hat, even in California. This was not in crits, but this is the art that was on the artist page. So it says Clinker Leaf, but it's he posts under Eklund
Art.
Eklund Art, yeah.
Which Eklund is a common Swedish hockey name, so I'm guessing he's Swedish, and Leaf is also very Scandinavian. This is not a hat for me. The size of the decal has been resized, and the hat has been brightened up. I'm a pass on both versions. Do other people have thoughts?
Obviously,
I
this
love
is a
this one.
girl hat.
So
Is it?
No.
I would not have guessed that you were going to say that. I'm being frank. I mean, I just would not have guessed it.
She's joking.
I,
She's being
Oh.
facetious.
Oh, his job is to
She's
be the
being
sarcastic
sarcastic.
one. He's cornered the market on sarcasm. You know what this does make me think of, though? We just started watching season 2 of Fallout, the Fallout show. It makes me think of the character with the cowboy hat. I don't remember, but
yeah, I grabbed his Noel, or the Santa with the reindeer.
Yes.
I grabbed that one.
I like that
because I loved his style, and I saw when he submitted this for crits, and before it even went up, I was like, dude, that's an instant buy for me. Like, I'm a big Cowboy Bebop fan, anime, and this just rings of that, like, oozes that sort of style, and I like the changes. I think it definitely brightened it up. It's a little crisp, but I just love the design in itself. So I think it just made it even better.
Is this a buy for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get 2 more of those.
Well, that's hard, because thinking.
I know. It's like I need to kind of stop, but I can't, because I was like, dang it. And I just got these, and then that actually hit after I bought these, and I was like, shoot, because I had to get the other pre-order, but that pre-order was going to be gone before this one came up, and I was like, that's where they get you.
Well, you came to the wrong place if you want us to talk you out of getting.
Right. Can't.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No. I know.
We've been talking each other through, right? We've been,
Yeah, but Glenn already fell off the wagon. I mean, we're in month 2.
I fell off and hit my head several times.
3 more times.
It's like Adam says, progress, not perfection.
Right.
Well, it's funny. The recycled title kind of works for this. Cute or creepy? That's perfect.
Oh, that's even better, especially with all of Glenn's commentary about this.
Is it a clover leaf or is it another sexual organ? I mean, you decide. But this was not hat for me. I do think the red crown is an improvement. That's all I got.
Yeah, there's not much difference other than that.
All right.
I renamed this one Skeleton Sexcapades because it looks like they got something going on in this to me.
Will it make it past the new era censors? That's the real question.
Right. Skeleton Sexcapades, Papa Boner.
I think Paco said, though, that he liked this one, that he liked the whole playing card.
He did. I about fell out of my chair.
Yeah, I did too.
He's so anti-win. Like, I was like, wait, you liked it? I thought he was being facetious.
We need to clip the comment he made in tonight's show about AI art, and then like superimpose the audio over his comment in our private chat about how he kind of liked this one.
Right. But yeah, didn't he say like he has the other one or something like that?
He said he wants the whole series.
Yeah.
But he created, I will say, if you go back into Wynn's Instagram, he had this whole series way long time ago. This is from way back. You can see like the deck of cards theming that goes way back.
Interesting.
This is not new. This is an old design from the before times.
I'm gonna make a fake account and do the next symbol in the series and do an AI version and submit it. See if I can beat him to the third. I'm definitely gonna get banned. I'm gonna get dropped by Wynn if I keep making these comments. But all right, last call. And so I just ordered this one. I got the Sing for Your Supper in my February pre-order. Anybody else get any of these?
I haven't, but that Flanagan
No.
design is a really nice one. It's those colors and it's the correct shape.
Mm.
I Sing for Your Supper was in my six pack today.
That
I
does
had to
look
get
like
it.
a hat. I'm glad you got it.
I had to get it. For one, it's a cat hat. For two, it could possibly be the last Phil Hauser that we have that we get.
Mm.
He's got one in the fresh colorways that there's a lot of sizes left. I was like, why aren't y'all jumping on that one? What
Oh
is it called?
yeah.
The one with like the little birdie and it's got like the peace sign and the little card in his. I was like, why aren't these guys?
Oh
Y'all need to pick it up.
The Make Love Not War.
That's the one.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm helpful. Mind your
Peace
budget, but buy this hat.
Peacekeepers.
Peacekeeper.
Peacekeepers.
I think he also did the Make Love Not War one. Also, I could be wrong, but
Well, okay, now wait a second. Which
there's
one
a
is?
the Flanagan is a wait and see how it stitches for me, and so is the Giraffe. So if they come out great, I might get them. I have some concerns. So
A beard. The beard.
What?
The bearded lady.
The bearded.
the poor bearded lady, the
deer-
Mexican
the
lady
deer
making the
going to have
tortillas.
beards.
I still have PTSD over the bearded lady that I pre-ordered, and I feel really bad for the artist because obviously
Oh,
it was
It's
meant as
such
a
absolutely.
a beautiful drawing. The drawing was lovely.
Jacobo.
tribute
It's
to
lovely. He's a
women
great
who are
artist.
making the tortillas that feed their families. It's all the greatest intentions, and that's probably the biggest reason I haven't made more jokes about the bearded lady stitching, because at certain angles she sure looks like she has a beard, and it's not
She
flattering.
she needs a beard hairnet. They have those in the food service industry.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And truthfully, I mean, I'm not in Glenn shoes, so because I can wear 3 sizes, it seems like every time, even before we get the dead stock, somebody offers up one of my sizes on buy sale trade for less money than it costs to buy the dead stock. So
Mm.
I'm not, other than the painted horse, I have yet to miss out on a hat in this year that I wanted, because either I couldn't buy it off dead stock or someone else offered it to me. I mean, case in point, I did not pre-order this, but somebody offered it to me, and
Lobos.
I almost bought this off dead stock, partly because it's a girl hat,
It is a girl hat, and I have it.
but
And it's holographic, and it's awesome.
I got it for a much better price than dead stock by waiting,
Well,
and I got this for a much better price by waiting. So I'm lucky. I don't wear a tiny size or a huge size, and
there's
it
not
seems
a
like
lot available in tiny sizes.
yeah, there's not.
Mm.
There's not.
The
But
tiny-headed people, we keep our hats.
Oh yeah, that's it's last call week for Matt Bushel of Awesome's Stand
Yep.
Tall.
Yep. So Matt, I'll be getting it if it stitches good. I'm sorry. Well, I want to thank our guest for sticking with us, and I know he's a dad of some young kids, and so I want to thank his spouse if she took on the role of getting them down for bed so that he could hang out and chat hats with us. Thanks for your time and sharing your perspective and your backstory. And like I said, if that hockey helmet goes on a T-shirt, you need to speed dial me and send me that link, because I will share that all throughout our league. We have like 1,000 people who play hockey in our. We have like 13 skill
Yeah.
levels. I personally know 5 people I think I would buy that on a T-shirt. So, definitely. I'm not saying you're going to get rich, but I'm just saying that we can make you a couple bucks. So definitely share that if you make that as a T-shirt. So,
No, I think it's gonna happen. So
all right.
I appreciate the push.
And I've done that for Shane. I mean, Seamus has made a couple of his into shirts, and I bought them. So I've done that for, I think Levi had one of his go into a shirt, and I bought it too. So I'll follow through on that promise.
All good. Yeah, thanks for having me. This has been great. This is why I still love the Clink Room and the community and getting to meet you guys finally, and keep doing what you're doing. It's great. It's definitely needed. it's giving everybody a platform and expanding the universe for sure. So really appreciate what you guys do.
Well, we love talking about hats. We love talking about design, and there's plenty of negativity in the world. It's nice to have something positive that we share a
Sure.
love for. So thanks for.
We're keeping this G-rated. We're keeping this G-rated, Glenn.
All right, everybody, till next week. And if you tuned in this week thinking you were going to see Levi, that's because I got my wires crossed. Levi will be joining us in March, but not in February. So we're very happy to have Brian, who I invited to come. So I clean up that mess. And then next week, we're having another Midwesterner. So it's Midwestern month here on Custom Cap Collectors. And live from Indiana, we're going to have Mr. Volts supplying us with 10,000 volts of art. So tune in next week. And until then, everybody be well and be good. Be a good neighbor. All right. Take care.
Cheers.